of the Commission, but also with member states experts that are willing and in fact are already participating in this technical assistance. And so in terms afterwards of the management, we need, and that was precisely one of the requests of the Greek government, we need to mainstream, we need to integrate those elements. It makes no sense in terms of management to be doing one thing with one hand and the other thing with the other hand. The important thing is to make these reforms happen. The program that was approved is not just, I insist, a program of fiscal consolidation. It's a program of structural reforms, an extremely ambitious program for relaunching the conditions for growth in Greece. And internally in the Commission, this task force reports directly to the Vice President of the Commission for the Euro and to myself directly. I'm making this a priority for the Commission, not only for one commissioner, for all the Commission. Because in fact, and as we have seen now just in this meeting, this touches many areas. This does not touches only one commissioner. From the social and employment commissioner to the Agriculture Commissioner, to the Cohesion Fund or Regional Policy Commission, to energy. We have discussed today many important projects in terms of energy, to many other areas. This involves all the administration in Greece, but also almost all the departments in the Commission. And so, what we are going to do now is to implement these reforms, or to be more precise, the Commission is going to support the implementation of these reforms because this is a responsibility above all of Greece. No solution can be found outside Greece. We are here outside supporting Greece. So it is an illusion to think that someone outside Greece is going to solve the problems of Greece. It is the structural reforms that Greece is making under the authority of its democratic institutions that can have a success. The ownership of the program is critical. And what we can do, and we are doing, the European Commission, the Eurogroup and others, is precisely to support those extremely challenging efforts.
Thank you very much.
As I explained some time ago in my speech in Parliament when the new economic program was discussed and approved, the new economic program, the responsibility for the implementation of the new economic program rests with the Greek government, the Greek parliament and the Greek people. So the Greek people are the owners of the program, and I think it's quite important, as President Barroso said, that the services provided by the Task Force for Greece and the other Commission services are now more integrated and cooperating together in ensuring the more effective implementation of the program.
Thank you very much. Greek television and BBC asked for the floor for the same time, so if the President allows just two short questions. The Greek question first. Go ahead.
Hello, Thanos Athanasiou for ERT3. The Commission has been supporting Greece for the reforms with surveys and essays for more than 10 years. And we know the proposals are very specific for the last 10 years. What makes you think that this time is going to be different?
First of all, because people learn. And now the sense of urgency is completely different. As I've said earlier, just now, Greece has approved a very ambitious program. Frankly speaking, that kind of program would be unthinkable some years ago. And why did the Greek government and the Greek parliament support this program? Because they believe it's the best solution for Greece, and that indeed there is no other alternative, to be frank. There is no other alternative. And I think that when there is no other alternative, people understand much better the urgency of the tasks ahead. And also in the euro area, there is this sense of urgency. So I believe now what we have is a sense of urgency that frankly there was not before. And also this program has nothing to do with the traditional reports that we can do from outside. This is a program with a very strong ownership by the Greek authorities, but also with reinforced monitoring by the Eurogroup and, of course, by the Commission. So all this makes me believe that it is perfectly possible, and not only possible but probable, that this program is going to work.
Let me add two remarks, one concerning the past and one concerning the future. It was implicit in your question that very little has been accomplished in the past. And I would like, in response, to mention two numbers, because I believe that reality is better than the image. Over the past 2 years, the fiscal adjustment that has taken place in Greece is impressive. In a period of 2 years, the primary deficit of the public sector declined by 8 percentage points of GDP. If this is not substantial fiscal adjustment, I don't know which one it is. Second, as competitiveness is a very important objective. It was an important objective of the first program, and it's a very crucial one for the second program. Let me mention that over the past 2 years, competitiveness as measured by relative unit labor cost against all our trading partners, 37 trading partners, improved by 1/3. That is, in 2 years, we restored competitiveness by 1/3 relative to the competitiveness lost in the previous 10 years. And the competitiveness gained in 2 years vis-à-vis the Euro area and European Union partners is equal to 1/2, 50%, of the competitiveness lost in the previous 10. Now, looking forward, the reforms, particularly the reforms that will be introduced both in the labor market and in the product and services market, I'm fairly convinced that they will fully restore competitiveness over the period of the program, over the next 3 years. And I'm fully convinced that the majority of the Greek people, and what I'm saying is reflected in recent polls that were taken after the new program was adopted by the government, are fully supportive of the program. Indeed, according to one poll, 67% of those surveyed said that they were looking forward to the successful implementation of the program because they realize that there is a need for change in the country, for reforming the functioning of the economy and of the public administration, and for achieving sound public finances which can provide the foundation for sustained growth. So in 2 sentences, a lot has been accomplished in the past, more than often recognized. And second, I believe that on the whole, despite differences of views, of course, by some, there is strong support by the Greek people for moving forward and implementing the new program and addressing both the competitiveness and fiscal problems.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Last quick question to the BBC.
Thank you very much. It's Chris Morris from the BBC. Prime Minister, it's clear that Greece has lost the trust of significant political elements in countries like Germany, the Netherlands, Finland. How do you restore that sense of trust? And Mr. President, are you confident that all Euro members share your confidence that this programme can actually work? Because even though you both say the solution lies in Greece, this is a Greek programme, without that sense of trust and confidence, how do you have the time to implement the pro-growth measures that you both say you want to put into place?
Well, you restore the trust through actions, as well as by conveying in a more effective way what has already been achieved. I gave you 2 very simple examples that I have found again and again in recent weeks that are not fully known. But you restore fundamentally the trust and the confidence through the full and effective implementation of the program in the coming years. And I think the Greek people are ready to do that. And I think better communication can also play an important role to this, to achieving the objectives, or the objective of improving understanding, I would say, and confidence.
Let's be honest, there have been problems of confidence. We know that. And that also was aggravated by the fact that sometimes in Greece, important voices were questioning themselves the program, and also outside Greece, and also sometimes outside Europe, important voices were questioning all this effort. But I believe the best answer to your question is very simple. Unanimously, the member states of the euro area now decided a new program, a program that may amount on until 130 billion euros. Do you believe people put 130 billion euros if it believes it's not going to work? That's the best answer. If you have the 17 members of the euro area committing to a new program to support Greece and loans that can go up to 130 billion euros, apart from what was already given as a loan, I think this is the best evidence that they believe it will work. If not, it will not be a responsible decision. I don't believe that the finance minister has approved such a program thinking that it will not work. So, in fact, we have an obligation of success. Probably I'm saying this more emphatically than others, but someone has to be very clear about this. I don't think that we can put a lot of money in the table like that, and it's a lot of money by any standards, and believing that money is going to be lost. No. The euro area member states unanimously, and we are grateful for their effort, have decided to commit that money because they believe they are going to get paid. Of course. That, I think, is the best evidence that the program is going to work. And of course, it will be of some help if some of those that are, I can use a Greek expression, the Cassandras, the professional Cassandras, always giving up to the intellectual glamour of pessimism, one day start thinking that it may work, and that sometimes skeptics are wrong.
Thank you very much, President. Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you all for coming. This concludes our VIP corner.